What up, y'all? It's the kid Ríez, and today we are back with another video. And in today's video, I got a question. Is there a secret war going on between OVO and XO? Let's look into it. A security guard was shot at Drake's house today. Now, Drake, he lives in Toronto in a neighborhood called Bridle Path. And apparently, at 2 a.m. yesterday, somebody drove through the neighborhood and shot at the residence. Now, a security guard was shot multiple times. He was actually taken to the hospital and had to have surgery. Meanwhile, the people that shot at him, they fled the scene and left. Now, at the time this happened, I don't even think Drake was at the residence, or maybe he was, but he was safe from everything that happened. They had to end up putting yellow tape around the front door and all type of stuff. And then earlier today on Twitter, the police chief actually stepped in and he gave a statement on the whole situation. And I'm actually gonna run that for you right now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Paul Krofchuk of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, and I'm pleased to be here today. I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited at this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end. This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working apparently as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
To what extent is the rat between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation focus?
So I am aware of what you're talking about, but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time, and so I cannot comment further on that.
Okay, so before I go into my whole spiel about the situation, let me just get one thing clear. In no way, shape, form, or fashion do I believe that this is related to anything that he has going on with Kendrick Lamar. The Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation is strictly hip-hop. It's strictly skill versus skill. It's not I'm trying to harm you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So let's just get that out of the way. Let's dispel any of those rumors that Kendrick Lamar or Kendrick Lamar's camp has anything to do with this. One thing that I have been paying attention to in the last couple of weeks are the jabs that OVO and XO are taking against each other. If you know Metro Boomin, he released an album called We Don't Trust You. And on that album, The Weeknd seemingly took shots at Drake. XO and OVO, they kind of have been taking shots at each other over the years. There was a time where they kind of patched things up and you was like, all right, so they might be on a good foot. But as of recent, it seems like things have fallen back on bad terms. Now, the only reason I do bring up XO is because last week, Cash XO, his home was actually the victim of a home invasion, or at least a home invasion where they tried to get in. They ended up shooting a security guard. He ended up having to go to the hospital and have surgery. It's just a lot of little weird coincidences happening around this time that would make one to believe, like, man, is there a war brewing between the two? Now, I've never heard of anything like this happening in Toronto or around that area. And these are some pretty nice neighborhoods. But most people are looking at the situation like, wait a minute, maybe they do have something going on behind the scenes. Now, the Cash XO situation, that was actually a home invasion. So that might have been something completely unrelated. And actually, I'm gonna play the clip from the scene so you can see it for yourself. Let's get it.
Now to some breaking news out of Encino, where a security guard has been wounded outside of a music executive's home.
Gigi Graciette is live there with all the details. Gigi.
And the man, we're told, is fighting for his life. He's in his early 30s, in critical condition, and at last check was in surgery. You are looking live at this private road here in Encino. LAPD and their investigators still here. Take a look at this video just shot for you. You can see police officers around a guard shack, and that is where it is believed that security guard was shot multiple times around 2:30 this morning. 911 receiving many calls from people who said they heard 3 to 4 of gunshots, and it's possible the victim was alert and conscious and managed to call 911 himself, telling police that he had just been shot here at the home. The suspects, 3 men, all reportedly armed with guns, wearing hoodies, took off running right after the shooting. Now, the multi-million-dollar home belongs to Amir Ismailian, better known as Cash XO, who together with recording artist The Weeknd founded XO Records and has made quite a name for himself in the music industry. At least 4 people were inside the home at the time of the shooting, and it is believed that the security guard was working for Ismailian, who earlier we were told was at home at the time of the shooting. We're working to confirm that. Again, a man left fighting for his life after being shot here. Police working on the theory that this was possibly an attempted burglary or home invasion, but they ran into the security guard first, shot him, and then those suspects took off running. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you.
So yeah, man, it makes one wonder, is there a secret beef going on behind the scenes? But it does seem like a coincidence that Cash is home, his security guard gets shot, and then literally the week later, Drake's house is the victim of the same type of ordeal. Now, like I said, a lot of people are going to try to link this to what's going on with him and Kendrick. This has nothing to do with that. The Kendrick and Drake thing is strictly hip hop. I see people online arguing back and forth saying, oh, this might just be because fans, and you know what? Who knows? In this day and age, like I said in my last video, you have stans. So you have fans, you know, like regular fans, people that are fans of the music. They like the artist, they like what the artist delivers. But then you got stans. Stans are a whole different ball game. Stans are the type of people to stalk you. They are the type of people to become so much of a fan of somebody that they will literally ride for that person, meaning they will carry out dumb activities in that person's name. Now, hopefully there's nobody that's taking it upon themselves to go out here and avenge Drake's name. This is strictly hip hop, ladies and gentlemen. Entertainment. Yes, it can be bruising. It can hurt one's ego. Some people can lose very, very bad. But ladies and gentlemen, please, and understand this, please. This is strictly hip hop. We lost 2 legends back in the day, Biggie and Tupac, because you had outside people taking it upon themselves to act on certain situations. Moving forward, hopefully OVO and XO can patch things up, and hopefully these events are completely unrelated and we all can move on. Now, as far as the hip hop battle goes, we just gotta wait and see what happened, man. It has been a crazy weekend. I've been covering so much of this news since it's been breaking. But yeah, it's the kid Ríez. And until the next video, you already know what to do, man. You keep it carefree, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.